Hello, my enchanting creatives. Today, you're going to learn how to do a very easy beginner technique. However, you're still going to get a beautiful painting. The technique that we will be doing today is called the straight dirty cup. Now, let me go over the supplies, materials that you need to have on hand. First of all, you're going to need a pouring surface so that you can catch the paint drips that are going to be falling off from your canvas. This can either be a non-stick baking cookie sheet. Sorry, I made some paintings before, so that's why there's paint down below. But you need a non-stick baking sheet like this. The bigger, the better, because trust me, you're going to start pouring some bigger paintings soon, and you want to have a big pan. So the bigger that you can find, the better. You can get it at Walmart, Amazon. You can get a used one from some of those stores where people donate their stuff. Or if you don't have a baking sheet like this, you can also use a silicone mat, or you can use a plastic just like this. So any plastic that you can use to cover your working surface is also a great idea. You can also use doggy pea pads. Those are great as well. However, I prefer the non-stick baking pan because once I'm done with my painting, I can just carry it to wherever I need my painting to dry, and it's easy to just place this pan wherever I want. If you just place your painting on the plastic sheet or on a silicone mat, the silicone mat is going to just be wobbly, and you're going to have a hard time moving your painting somewhere else. So I prefer this, plus it's reusable. I don't have to throw away plastic or throw away doggy pea pads and contaminate our planet even more. So once your paint is dry from the previous paintings, all you have to do is just peel the paint off and it will just come right off, just like that. So it's easy, and you can reuse this over and over. Second, you're going to need either a pouring rack. You can get these at Walmart. These are the ones that you use for like putting the dishes on. However, you don't need it. You can just use some push pins like these and stick them on the back of your canvas. And then that way the canvas will be a little bit elevated, and then you can just place your canvas right on top of your pouring surface. So you just need to make sure that your canvas is a little bit lifted off from the surface so that it doesn't get stuck to the pan with all of the paint drips that are going to be falling off from it. So if you are going to put some push pins, you should put them on now, and just make sure that they all go in to about the same level, because you need your canvas to be level. Otherwise, your paint is going to fall off from one edge of your canvas. So you want to make sure that they're all pushed in. And some of these canvases are harder to push in than others. So if you're having a hard time pushing one in, then just pull the other ones up to about the same level. And that's another thing that you're going to need. You're going to need a level to make sure that your pouring surface is level. So you'll want to place your canvas on your pouring surface, and then you're going to put a level right on top. So here's my level, and I'm just going to place it, and this looks like it's going that way. Actually, it needs to be that way a little bit, and so this side needs to be lifted slightly a little bit more. And you can also feel it, like right now it's not sitting perfectly on the corners. Okay, now it's sitting on all corners. And yeah, just make sure that the bubbles are center, you know, in the middle. These bubbles should also be in the middle. That one's in the middle. Okay, so that's good for me. And that's level. So like I said, you can just use push pins. In this case, I'm going to use my pouring rack just so that you can see my painting up a little bit higher. And obviously, I forgot to mention that you needed a canvas. This is an 8x8 canvas. I want you to start on a smaller canvas just so that you can get a hang of the technique. And once you do that, you can pour on a bigger canvas if you'd like. But start small. It's a lot better to start small, and if you don't like it, you didn't ruin a big canvas. You're also going to need some mixing cups, and these are 4-ounce cups that come with a lid. They look like this, and I love them because you can store your leftover paints. You can reuse them when you're done. You just wash them and reuse these cups. You're going to need 5 cups for mixing your paints and 1 cup for layering your paints. You'll also need your pouring medium. We're going to use Floetrol. This is American Floetrol, which again, you can buy at Home Depot or Lowe's or Amazon. And you'll also want to use some stirring sticks. These are reusable, silicone kind, and obviously a pair of gloves if you don't want to get your hands dirty. And the colors that we will be using today are the Artist Loft White. This is a Flow acrylic. If you can't find this, then any brand of white paint. You can use titanium white from Amsterdam, Liquitex, Basics. I wouldn't use Apple Barrel or Deco Art. Those seem to be lower quality paints. You know, I wouldn't use craft paints, that's what I'm saying. I would use a paint that comes in a tube, something like this, okay? Not in a bottle. The bottle ones are craft paints, and the white seems to have an issue with cracking. So I'd rather just avoid the cracking by using a little bit more expensive white paint, such as Liquitex Basics or Amsterdam or Winsor & Newton, Pebeo, yeah, almost any white brand of paint that comes in a tube like this is a little bit better than the ones that come in a bottle. So the other color is light blue, Artist Loft brand, Academic Level 1, Liquitex Basics. This is turquoise blue. And again, if you can't find these colors where you live at, you can get colors that are similar to these. So you could get a turquoise blue in Artist Loft brand or any other brand. And obviously a light blue as well. Try to find something that looks similar to this. And this one is deep yellow from Artist Loft, Deco Art Americana Decor Metallics. I want to use this in our pour painting because metallics give paintings some nice effects. So all of the other colors that we're using are flat paints. So we want to use a metallic just to get a little bit of a nicer effect going through our painting. If you can't find this Deco Art paint, you can try to find another one that is similar. You might not get the same results, but you can try using any metallic paint to at least get similar results. This is emerald green. Actually, it's just called emerald. So that's what we're going to be using. Okay, so now it's time to get started.